Previously on Gamerpeanuts.
Run! Oh, that's not a way I think they'd use that.
Today on Gamerpeanuts.
It's okay.
Hello!
It's okay because I'm tall and I can do it. There we go.
You ruined my intro. Apologize.
Sorry.
Welcome to Gamerpeanuts. We're back with another Viscera.
Suck it up, Andy!
We're here back with another Viscera Cleaning Detail.
Yay!
And
let's clean up more blood and guts.
Yay. Which one?
Which one did we not find?
Rust.
Rust. Okay, let's see. Station. I would name a station Rust Station. That sort of seems like asking for trouble.
Okay,
oh,
so
well, this is. Oh wait, this is one of those places where they added lights.
yay! Look at that light. Look at that beautiful.
Well, I mean, like not just that light, but turn out. They added those canister lights that you love so very much.
Oh yeah, we played a little bit, so you know, I love these things. They light.
Except for when they break on you.
Shut up. I'm gonna try not to break them this time. Furnace.
Furnace.
No, I'm not gonna put light in the furnace. I just know, I'm just trying to get my graspings. That's not how you say it. Surroundings.
Soda can! Oh, you
Another
should
light.
all light. Oh! Yeah, don't shatter it.
Yeah, not right now.
Okay, so
let's see, we're just getting to feel the base. There's some blood.
everywhere.
As expected.
Potato chip bags. Soda can.
Every time I was trying to be gentle with you. Gentle. Do you not know that lights aren't that? Let me pick you up. Not you. I don't like you.
Well
Now I'm trying to pick you up.
Well done. We're all so
Gimme.
proud of you. We're all so very proud.
Jesus loves me. He really.
He loves everybody, Adam. Andy, my bad. I was playing too much on the Xbox yesterday.
Potato crisps. Oh, El Fatso crisps.
El Pazzo! Wait.
Oh, I don't know what you did.
Oh wait, no, that's... I just did an Italian spin.
I don't know what you did. This is
Il Breno!
the cleaning heater simulator update.
What are you, Asian Hitler?
Yes.
99999! Ich will... I didn't even know where I was going there with that.
This is
Granted, I can speak a good amount of German, but it's not
Asian
that.
heater simulator. Rice bars.
Noodle fryer?
Yay.
Go pick up the noodle.
Yeah. Oh.
Pick up the noodle.
Wasabi. Hiya.
Isn't that like a spicy cream?
You know what? The first time I had wasabi, I didn't think it was gonna be that spicy. It kind of looked like an ice cream or whatever, or like something like a sherbet, like a rice. So I got a hold of it. I was like, oh, how's this?
Okay, wait, no, this is a good trick. If anyone here has issues where they want to like stay home or something like that, like they really don't feel like going to school. Now, granted, use responsibly, kids. Don't use irresponsibly. It's like drinking out. Anyways, there's a trick that I learned where if you really don't feel like going to school, you can take like a finger's worth of like curry and stick it underneath your tongue and then like act all sick and everything, and once you put the thermometer under there, since it heats up your skin under there so much, it's like you get a higher temperature and it makes you seem like dumb.
Oh my god, it is genius! Why did you tell me this? This is freaking awesome!
I actually used that once. It actually worked.
Oh my god!
It's only because I'm a good actor. But remember, I only did that once. Only once.
I'm a good actor.
You're such a
Will
good
thine
person.
be my wife, priest? Isn't that how Hamlet goes?
To be or not to be, that is the real question.
To be or not to look at us.
To burn or not to burn, that
Burn in hell!
I would watch that play again.
Alright, we should actually get to some mop on mop action!
Mop on mop.
I wish we had a co-op, buddy. We did have
And
one.
we don't play that way. But mop on mop, that's as straight as a rainbow.
You're right. Mop on human action? What is this? Oh my god! I think this is what happens when you invite
Necromorphs.
Satanists to an orgy.
No, this is what happens when you invite new unitologists to the party. Speaking of which, we should play the game Slendy Space. That should be one of our next games. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Dead Space and Slenderman, greatest combo ever.
Takeout? Oh my god, there's so much trash
There's Chinese
here.
food. Go back. There's Chinese food.
Oh, Riri?
There's Chinese food.
Oh, Asian
my
Hitler
God.
is satisfied. What's inside?
Nothing.
Asian Hitler angry!
Scheiße!
Asian Hitler angry!
Fish.
Asian Hitler angry!
Anyways.
Whoa! Every time!
And again, Andy shows his amazing skills.
Oh god,
at
run away!
using buckets.
It's alive.
Whack it with your mop. Whack it with your wet willy.
So you get.
Whack them. Good.
Turn up the volume here because we can start partying. Like now. Okay. Epic dubstep go.
That's not really dubstep. That's like what you did was essentially a very bad version of that one Get It Up song, really featuring Korn. You essentially did a first version.
What's that one? Black Ops. The Black Ops dubstep song.
Wait, which one? The new Black Ops?
No, the Black Ops song, the Black Ops 2, where they're the...
That is the new Black Ops, Andy. I'm not talking about Ghost here.
Oh my god, you want to hear a funny story? So
Ghost has got dogs!
Yeah, hold on. So I was watching like a Ghost gameplay, right? And these guys were talking about it. I'm like, oh cool, they're talking about Call of Duty Ghosts. Like maybe there'll be something worthwhile in it. So I started watching, and I thought they were looping Modern Warfare 3 footage in the background, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, they're looping Modern Warfare 3 footage in the background. And he's like, and this is the gameplay of Call of Duty Ghosts. I was like, whoa, what? I was like confused. I was like, hold on a second. This is
Ghost?
This is Ghost. It looks exactly. I thought it was that one map in Modern Warfare 3 with the trains.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Andy, be careful, you'll anger the very easy to anger.
I'm sorry.
Calculated.
I mean, I guess if you like repetitive gameplay, that's fine. But I mean, I was so baffled.
But come on, let's mention this here.
Is there any dogs in multiplayer? If there was dogs in multiplayer,
I think you get a dog
would-
partner.
Oh my god, I want it now. I just want to play as a dog, and just like,
The dog isn't a human being, it's just like an AI.
okay, I want to have a dog, and then just have like the dog be with me all the time.
Go, Fido, go! Get him!
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, like, we don't hate Call of Duty people. I mean, like,
We just don't find Call of Duty fun all the time.
and I've had very bad experiences with the extremists in the Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, you say anything about Battlefield? And then, oh.
That's one thing, actually. I've played both. Personally, I prefer Battlefield because it's bigger and better. But, I had a really bad experience where, like, we were doing okay in this one match, and there was a guy on our team who was screaming everybody's ears off because apparently our KD scores weren't as good as his. And then he ended up being the person who was last in our team anyways when we lost. He was like at the bottom of the entire tier. And you know what he blamed it on?
Lag.
No, he really did actually.
Wow,
He
that is.
blamed it on
I thought you were kidding.
That's a classic.
I was
actually.
gonna say that's kind of generic, but if that's true, that's a bit sad.
No, it is true. I was actually back in my days where I actually thought that Modern Warfare 3 was a relatively acceptable game. I played it with Gino, and things didn't end very well. Not with that guy.
You know what?
And then one guy came over the mic and told him to shut the hell up, and then they just started getting into a kissing match with each other.
Well, I know a funny story. So, it was us and a group of friends on Xbox, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, Call of Duty and like KD, and I'm like, alright, I'll play with you guys, I'll probably own you all with my P90. He's like, You haven't played Call of Duty in months. You've been playing that dumb Halo game or whatever. So, like, yeah.
Which that's another thing. Call of Duty, it seems like, I'm not saying all people are like this, but a large majority of the COD community are so into COD, they will slam any game that gets mentioned that isn't Call of Duty.
Yes.
They'll even slam on each other. Modern Warfare people will say Black Ops is BS, while people from Black Ops will say that Modern Warfare is.
Okay, so yeah, so hold on. So,
Well done, Andy.
It's
Yet
your
again,
turn.
you show your great skill with buckets.
Your turn. I'm done. Okay, hold on. So I was playing. They're like, oh yeah, you've been playing that fancy schmancy Halo Reach game. What a loser. I'm like, fine. I'll own you all with my P90 in a match. Just you, all of you against me. I hadn't played Modern Warfare 3 in like months.
And you did well.
I was first place against a free for all. They're like, well, you were just lucky. I'm like, yeah. No.
Dude, you know there's actually people that do that trick shotting thing where you jump off a building doing a 360.
Yeah.
The sniper and one shotting things. People do that for a living.
It's called MLG.
No, literally, like they'll take videos of it and they'll put it on YouTube and they make money off of it.
Well, we're trying to be stupid here, and all they gotta do is be stupider.
Yeah.
You know one thing that really grinds my gears?
What?
Super Smash Brothers was in the Melee was in the newest Evo match as a fighting game tournament. Oh,
damn it! But no, okay, wait, really?
Yeah.
Come on, Smash Bros. Brawl is a pretty.
No, not
good
Brawl,
fight.
Melee.
Oh, Melee, that's right, Melee. Yeah.
But I'm thinking, I'm like, well, it's not that it grinds my gears. It's just that it's weird because I'm just like,
It's not really
like, people go
competitive.
hardcore for Smash, like, oh yeah, like the world's evil Smash Brothers Melee, you know, winner, and you're like, oh, you know, there are people who practice for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours like,
Playing Smash Bros.
in like freaking Street Fighter, and some idiot who thinks he's good at Smash Bros. I don't know. It's not that.
Smash
I'm saying
Bros.
it's like I don't see Smash Bros.
As being a competitive game.
It's
yeah.
something where you just totally mess around
and play with your friends.
Yeah. I know.
Well, at least that's. At least it's the kind of game for us, but then again, we're not very. I wouldn't say we're not hardcore. It's just we don't tend to take games too seriously unless we're like little community. God, dang it! I was saying that unless we were like part of a. Why?
Well, arms, legs, and a torso.
Oh my God! You can predict the future. What the? Go away.
Stop making more of a mess. Finally.
Okay, but yeah, we're competitive. We're not competitive unless we like need to be.
I think the only time I've ever wanted to competitively play a game was Mortal Kombat. I'm like,
That's true.
Like the first week of Mortal Kombat, I was cocky. I was like, yeah, I want to be like the greatest Mortal Kombat player ever.
Nope.
And then 2 weeks later, a guy, not 2 weeks, I want to say a month later, a guy playing a smoke got an 80% health combo on me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop playing Mortal Kombat.
No, that's the thing. Mortal Kombat 9. I started playing it. It was actually pretty good. I actually could do pretty decent in the multiplayer. And then people started exploiting the absolutely terrible like bugs and combos and stuff, and do stuff like spamming, which you did with Noob for the longest
Hey, I only
time.
did that against spammers, so I had to
You
practice.
started off doing that as like your absolute main character, where you would use it to fight everyone.
Of course, it's my pattern. You throw one high, one low, one high, one low. Once you get near me, I do my new sidebot like block anti-air thing, and then I just rinse and repeat. I had to practice, so once I went up against spammers, you know.
Yeah, but you use that against me when I wanted a fair fight.
I just used it to annoy you.
Of course, you always do that.
The day I got defeated by a combo player with sidebot, my dreams were crushed.
Well, but dude, that's a thing. Like people can juggle you like heck in Mortal Kombat. I know that's like something pros can do, but there was like people who could exploit like the most ridiculous little like bugs and how a character worked in a game. And it's pretty. I stopped playing Mortal Kombat 9 because people just became too overly competitive. Mortal
It
Kombat.
wasn't overly competitive.
I know. I was in some really competitive maps on that one little theater mode thing where it's just a bunch of people standing around watching people fight on the TV screen. Don't worry, Andy, we got this. Burn! But anyways, excuse me for my finger movement there. But anyways, I don't know. I find Mortal Kombat just too competitive now. It's not really like a fun Mortal Kombat. It's more like a, I'm gonna kick your butt because I know I'm better than you Mortal Kombat.
It's more of a...
And it was
combo?
funny because I saw two combo players playing, like two guys who really were into doing a whole combo loop, and basically what they did was they would like dodge and avoid each other for the longest time, and then one guy would screw up, and then he could totally, like, the floor would be wiped with his face, and then they would come back and he would do it to the other guy. It was really funny but sad at the same time. Because then you realize Mortal Kombat got to that stage where it wasn't really meant for... Essentially, in this whole combo thing, punching somebody in the face became totally useless, and it turned into just using, like, the super ultra moves that, like, were built into the game.
You know what game I hate sometimes? That, you know, I don't think everybody knows how big of a Viscera fan I am, but you could just ask anybody, any of the Gamerpeanuts, and they can tell you stories of my addiction.
Like how he didn't go to bed for like several nights during the school year playing Persona.
Well, anyways, gosh, I got Persona 4 Arena.
No game is that good, Andy.
Yes,
no game.
it is.
No game.
It is
worth losing your
flawless,
sleep
just
over.
like this game right now.
Yes.
Alright, hold on. So, anyways, I was playing it, and I ended up watching those, like, Evo matches because I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the people who play this are so hardcore. They're like, the announcers and stuff are all freaking out, and then it's basically...
Oh, he blocks it. He blocks it.
Not even like that. It was more of those, like, they're all quiet and they're, like, all blocking. One guy would try to do something, and then they'd be blocking, and then it'd be like, what's gonna happen? And then one guy would mess up, and then he'd go into a combo, and then the guy would break out of the combo, and the announcers are like, hey, he's there! Hey, dude! Hey, one more! Oh my god! Hey, oh my god! He just... Oh my god! And I'm like, what are you even saying? Oh my god, there's so many flashing things.
Must be cooler than...
What is it with Japanese people and having, like, freaking seizures on the screen when there's combos? I mean, yeah, you're kicking somebody, but it doesn't...
I suppose...
If you're kicking somebody, the screen doesn't have to flash 3 different colors, and then explosions are on TV. I mean, I thought Americans and Michael Bay were all about explosions, but... Japanese people with colors... Japanese people are like Americans and Michael Bay when it comes to colors on screen at the same time. I mean, you just gotta look at their shooter games. When there's like millions and millions of projectiles. You broke another light! They are in short supply!
I think that was the last one. Dang it, Andy! If it wasn't for you breaking the first 2...
Hold on! You broke 2 of them now! So we're even!
Now how am I gonna work in this terrible dark?
Pitch dark. Darkness.
The vampire game?
Yes, eternal darkness forever.
No. I don't want that.
Eternal darkness is good. I never finished that playthrough.
There we go. But yeah, dude, what was that one game? I think it was called Darkness, where you play as a vampire.
You play as some dude with demons coming out of his freaking back and he rips people in half.
No. I think we're talking about different Darkness there.
That's what the game was called, though.
Yeah, no, but then there was a new one where you like plays like some vampire wearing the hoodie.
I don't know.
It's on Xbox, by the way.
Too many
Xbox on the main.
vampires. What is it?
Yes, too many vampires, but not enough good vampire games.
No, I don't get it. There's a lot of recently. The media has been all about zombies and vampires.
Well, come on, zombies are cool though. because nobody's really successfully, in my opinion, nobody's really truly gotten the perfect zombie game.
Everyone's like, well, Walking Dead. I'm like, well, to a point.
Well, it's a good kind.
It's more.
Walking Dead is a good.
It's more of a narrative.
It's a narrative game. That's it. It's good if you want that, but if you want like a
Walking
survival
Dead
thing,
survival instinct.
DayZ, I have to say, is one of my favorite zombie survival games because it really is absolute survival. It's very. I think it's awesome. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
It's awesome.
It's the coolest thing ever, and they need to make a good zombie game. It's like DayZ. Now, I know that they attempted to with that trash bag of a game called World War Z, or was War Z?
War
Was
Z.
just War Z? Yeah, crappiest attempt at
Alright,
making it
I'm
professional.
going to reenact. Well, where's the developers? So, here's the thing. Oh my god, your game is totally bogus. Where is all the options and features you said you wanted you were gonna have in the game? Developer. We have those! Don't say that! We're gonna block your account from this blog! You just spilled the biohazard! What's wrong with you? Our game is perfect! Don't talk trash about our perfect game!
We're gonna rip you off with microtransactions that don't even give you what you bought.
Oh, you died in the game? So you lost your life? You lost all your microtransactions too? How do you like that?
And then there was that.
Again! Right!
And then there was that stupid thing where they were like completely just ripping people off.
Yeah.
And there was absolutely terrible game-breaking glitches in War Z. Absolutely trash
Yeah.
glitches.
At least they weren't shutting down people, like YouTube channels were made up on.
That's
Just like
true.
Sega, like Shining Force, isn't it called?
Yeah, it's that one magic game. Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out what it is because we're gonna mention it and we might get banned for it. Is it still going on? They're banning it?
I think they gave that up now. This
Okay,
point.
well I'm gonna say Shining
might.
Force 3, Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2, Shining Force 4. Which one was it? There's a lot of RPGs with different numbers.
I don't know.
Shining Force, wow, Sega Shining Force. Don't take this video down, Shining Force.
And if you want to see a video about that whole controversy, you should go watch Angry Joe's channel about top 10 gaming controversy. Was it top 10 or top 20?
No, it's stuff.
Top 10. I think it's top 10 gaming controversies of the year. Great video. It's very eye-opening to people who don't really get much.
I just deleted that hallway! What'd you do?
This game is still very glitchy. Just want to tell you that ahead of time. Shush. You wouldn't do better if you had a bin full of body parts. Wow, that was actually a perfect throw. But anyways, yeah, go watch Angry Joe's channel if you like want to get into the whole gaming politics and news and all of that. It has a great video about the top 10 gaming controversies, or his top 10 gaming controversies of the year. Very good, actually very reliable.
I'm gonna warn you guys right now. If you guys like Capcom, you're not gonna like Capcom.
Well, not just that, but also you're gonna be a little wary of Game Informer if you aren't already. You're gonna be a little wary.
GameSpot?
Or GameSpot, that's it. Yeah, you're gonna be a little wary on how GameSpot does their game news. I mean, I always knew they had a little.
I never trusted GameSpot.
I always knew they had a little bit of a slant, but it sort of makes you realize how much worse it is when you watch his video, especially when you got hands-on experience with GameSpot's top interviewer. It's pretty sad, but oh well, it's the way people are.
Yeah. Well, I just think of it this way. They could be Microsoft. Right now.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna do another one of my reenactments. Microsoft from E3 to now. Okay, guys, there's a used console that is better than Xbox 360. So to be always online, you can't play these games. It's up to developers. Connect will be watching you at all times. And
Just so we know what you like.
subscription. Yeah, it's just so we can know your tastes. us, you know, what you're fapping to, what you're watching, and you know, and we're good people. It's a subscription fee, and you know, we're a lot of money. Buy us. A week later, no, I'm gonna be Sony. We love games. Here is a console with games. This is what their console can do. Now here's a great lineup of games that you really like to play because we're awesome. We love indie games. Microsoft the next day. Oh, but
We can do that too.
just kidding. It's not always online. What do we? I didn't say that. Did I say I was just?
You know he got fired. The CEO who was in charge of that got fired.
He moved to Zynga.
Yeah. Well, no, he got fired and then he had to move.
I don't think he got fired.
No, he got fired.
That's funny.
Microsoft fired
That's
him.
funny. That's funny.
I mean, like, it's not funny when somebody loses their job, but
Well,
that,
I'm saying,
he was a
like-
bit of an idiot to put all those
Parade,
dumb policies.
Zynga, yay, Farmville will always be online, and you have to pay a subscription fee, and the computer, you have to have a webcam at all times to watch it.
That's a good point. It's almost like that, yeah. It's, I don't know, it's a bit stupid, but oh well. And I think Xbox is too deep in the hole to really reverse the damage that they've done to their community.
People are going back to Xbox. Every once in a while I see a comment, Xbox One. No. Wait, so is it the Xbox, then the Xbox 360,
Then the Xbox One.
It's weird.
Is it going to be the
Why
Xbox
would you name
2?
it that? Why would you name it? What would be the Xbox like?
Zero. It'll be the Xbox
3,
Zero.
It'll be the Xbox 361. Or Xbox.
Yeah, and then they'll make the Xbox 2 and then
No,
the
no.
Xbox 362.
No, it'll be the Xbox, then the Xbox 360, and then the Xbox One, then it'll be the Xbox 360.
3-6-0.
Everyone will be like, so the Xbox 360, no, not the Xbox 360, Xbox 3-6-0.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's a big difference, you know, between Xbox One and Xbox.
Well, at least now you can relive your PlayStation 2 days with the PS4.
Yeah.
You know what's scary?
Xbox 360 is going to become the new PS2, where it's like the game, it's the console that everyone will play until they get the new, better console.
Remember,
I loved my PlayStation 2, but when I got my
PlayStation
360, I loved
PlayStation
it.
2 was awesome. Then you got your 360, and you're like, oh my god, Microsoft, thank you. Sony, what happened?
And then it switched
And
back
then
around again.
then Microsoft's the bad guy all of a sudden. What happened?
Oh, Microsoft, we had so much. I defended Microsoft to the very end until I found out they had a lot of stupid stuff. And he knows this. I defended Xbox to the very
I remember
end.
I watched the press conference, and I was actually kind of impressed with the Xbox One conference. I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty good lineup of games. And then I watched PS4, and
they totally
they
blew them out
totally
of the water.
slammed Xbox, and then they showed you a whole bunch of games.
And I'm $3.99.
When I heard that,
Shut up and take my money.
when I heard that, I had hugest smile on my face.
That. Judging by how your hand went out there, I didn't
My-
think
my
that's
hand-
what
my
the
hand
word
came-
you would use.
Yeah, I had a hugest smile on my face. I was like, wow. Interesting. I'm actually debating on getting the Xbox. See, Microsoft, look what you made me do. I'm actually thinking of getting the PlayStation 4 camera just because they're not bundling it with it, which is a smart idea.
That's a good idea.
Because I mean, like nobody.
It lowers the cost.
Like at first, no one's like, I don't want the PlayStation 4 camera. I'm not really gonna use it. And now that I think of it, I'm like, well, you can actually stream with the camera on.
So it'd be easier for us to do Let's Plays for the
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not a bad idea. But I'm
Does it
kind of-
record audio a lot better than what we tried doing with our...
Well, it's gonna record. It's probably gonna record the headset.
Okay, that would be good.
And I'm thinking, well, that's nice because it's not doing Microsoft where it's like, you want the Xbox 360. I mean, you want the Kinect. It is yours.
Don't you?
You can't escape from it. It'll
By the
always
way, it
force
adds
you.
up to the price.
And then Sony's like, well, it's there if you want it.
But we're not forcing you to have it.
It's good and bad because I mean, support for the camera might not be as strong, but you know, it's not. At least it's not like, take it. It's there. It'll always be there.
You want it, don't you? You want it!
Suck it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sort of sad. Xbox. I love Microsoft for the longest time.
We should just keep ripping on more people because it's very interesting. You got it! With That already did.
MLG Pro. See ya.
Okay, let's call MLG like right now. Like it'll be like this. MLG will be like, hello, we're in the middle of oh, did you hear they dropped StarCraft? Alright, anyways, we're in the middle of like tournament right now. Be like, we have like a great new like pro circuit. What?
Shoving a square panel into the octagon.
And he's like,
on Viscera Cleanup.
he's like, LG looks at me like this. Okay. At first, I think that's stupid. This is all you gotta do. Get a bunch of Asians, pit them all on the same server,
And watch what happens.
so be like, it's too hard. But I'll beat you.
Get out of the way! He just pushes him off to the side and shoves it.
I'll beat you. No. It'll be the new StarCraft for Asians. I swear.
Speaking of StarCraft, what was that you were saying? Did they drop StarCraft on the MLG
Yeah, they did.
circuit? Really?
I was surprised. I mean, like.
It doesn't get more MLG as far as RTSs go
Did you
than
hear
StarCraft.
Recently, they had more people watching the StarCraft tournament than they had people watching the Super Bowl. You teleported.
Yeah, holy shit, I'm sleeping. But yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me because Super Bowls aren't really that entertaining anymore.
A bunch of Madden fans
Just cringe. They're probably going to track me down
and hunt you down,
hunt me and kill me.
kill you with your.
So okay, so wait, I still watch the Super Bowl.
I only watch it for the commercials.
I'm a bit of a fan of football.
You know what ended up
but
happening?
I don't know. I find the game sports stuff more
Dude, it was
interesting.
funny.
than
It
sports
was funny.
now.
I remember the day of the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You were on Xbox, and I went on Xbox the exact same time you did. And I was like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
You're watching the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to play, like, Halo Reach?
Yeah. Let's do that instead.
Was the Halo Reach or Halo 4? I don't remember.
It was Halo Reach, I think.
It's funny.
But dude, okay, so here's the thing.
It has clean water in it.
Good call.
Stop trying to be Hitler to everything.
Sorry,
It's decent. It's not broken and, like, you know...
Well, and plus, sports are just not interesting. I remember the last time I really got hyped up about the Super Bowl was when the Bears were versing the Packers. And
I don't think I even watched that. I think my dad...
I watched that, and then the Bears lost absolutely terribly because, you know, yeah, we're good, and then, like, once we get to the point where we can finally taste victory, we, you know, all of a sudden suck crap.
It's like me and racing.
That is a Chicago team right there.
It's like me in racing games. It's like, yeah, I'm doing so good at the beginning. There's the finish line. Crash, and then everybody passes you. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
I tasted victory on my lips only for it to smack me across the face and say you can't have any more.
It's like, do you like this taste of victory? Yeah, I like it. Do you like this taste of victory? Yeah, I really like it. Do you like this taste of victory? Yeah, well, it's over now. I don't have any more victory soup.
I'm not gonna give it.
It's like, I don't have any more.
I'm gonna give it to your rival.
It's like, well, you've been hogging the victory soup, and you drank too much of it. So stop being such a glut in America and let Canada win.
Oh, heck no. Sorry, well, no, I love Canadians. I really do. But
Canadians are interesting.
They are, aren't they?
They
I bet they probably look at Americans and, like, we say they're interesting, and the Canadians are probably looking at us and go like, wow, this is a new species of ape we have just found. We call it the American primate. It's an amazing species. They seem to love sports and explosions and guns. They're a warlike people,
that's
but
what Japan thinks most with their games. It's like
they use so many guns.
Like,
Why do they use so many guns?
why does there appear first-person shooters?
So popular in the
Why don't you like games that actually challenge you?
The thing, why you to do? Dark Souls is like a great game.
Dude,
anyone who's played Dark Souls, you can vouch for us. But it just doesn't. It has a pretty big thing.
I play Monster Hunter Japan. Don't kill me. Okay, hold on. Here's the thing, though. Have you ever seen what's that one game, Ikaruga, or any of the other shooting games? There's so many bullets on the screen. I'm just like.
They love chaos.
It's how do you even like what? And then people actually get high scores in those games. I'm like, how do you like? There's so many bullets. It's crazy. There's a certain point when it's like it's hard and challenging, and sometimes
it's just a total brain.
It's just sadistic and wrong.
It's true. That is true.
God.
You know, Japanese people are also very good at making horror games.
Yeah, they are.
Now, granted, we have some pretty badass horror games, but the Japanese do too.
Fear is, well, you know, Fear was.
That's an action horror now.
As much as I love Dead Space 3 and Dead Space 2,
As much as we love Dead Space in general.
it's just, you know, not a horror game anymore.
Well, it started off being a great horror game.
It was. First one's
Dead
scary.
Space 2 was pretty good too, but Dead Space 3 was more like a really badass.
The only
scary
thing
action.
that it couldn't get past was, you know, necromorphs, you know, can come out with more things than just vents, you know. Like, in the beginning of Dead Space 3, it's just a lot of vents. You see vents and you're like,
Vents, 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 and a vent.
like, at first, Dead Space 1, like, the beginning, you're like, oh my god, he just jumped out of the vent, oh my god. Or, oh my god, he just came out of the vent, oh my god. Towards the end, you're like, oh my god, oh, well, it's just another vent. And Dead Space
That's
2...
not the case for me. It's like, you know the whole saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me 3 times. It doesn't even have a part for that.
Stupid.
I'm just freaking. I am freaking stupid when it came to Dead Space.
One thing
I still got scared crap.
One thing Dead Space does do good is when the action gets intense, you're like, oh my god, there's so many freaking necromorphs, and they're on my back and they're on my front, and yeah.
And it makes it, you want to play on the harder difficulties too, like if you play too much on one difficulty, you're like, I know where the scares are now, I might as well just play on the next hardest.
Is there a piece of meat on there?
There is. Come down here, buddy, we just want to play with you!
We're not gonna incinerate you at all.
Okay, wait, no, I know what we need to do. We're gonna chuck it up there.
Go!
Did we get it?
Plan B!
Okay, here we go.
Chuck that in.
Let's do the,
MacGyver.
maid thing. We'll do the,
Japanese people...
semi-resourceful maid.
You know one thing Japanese people are awesome for? They
What?
still have arcades.
Yeah.
Dude,
The age of the arcade ended for America, like, what, the late 80s?
yeah.
And the age of the arcade still exists in Japan.
It's crazy. I watched a documentary on it, and I'm a nerd. And they say that
We're all nerds.
what they do in arcades is it's not just to play video games, but they call up all their friends and just all play like Street Fighter. And they have TVs that stream Street Fighter while people are playing it and stuff. If I was in Japan, I'd probably be like the biggest fighting game guy because
Yeah.
I really like fighting games. But if it wasn't for me totally sucking at them, I would probably play more.
Yeah. Well, wait, hold up, Andy. When you say nerd, when you use the correct word there technically, we're not nerds. We're geeks. There's a
dorks.
slight difference. No, dorks are just somebody who's like really freaking stupid. A geek is somebody who can be like a gaming fanatic or something like that. Whoa! Leaning Tower of
Oh no!
Jesus. Okay, anyways,
Good enough.
geeks can be people that like video games and play them avidly and stuff like that and like still enjoy it, or they can be technology geeks and stuff like that too, or history geeks where they're really adamant about it. And then there's nerds who are just people that are super intelligent but they are like a little, I don't know what's the word for it.
Overly good at
Annoying?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, no, that's
I've played Dungeons and
nerdy.
Dragons
That's
too.
not geeky, that's
I
nerdy.
play Dungeons and Dragons. That's intense, but sometimes they just get way intense. Like, oh no, my magic spell missed. And the dungeon master's like, oh no, now there's like a big boobed girl coming at you. What do you do? I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Okay, so wait, here's a question, and this is, and if any of our viewers have an opinion on this or even know what we're talking about, what do you say Warhammer is? Is it geeky or nerdy?
Freaking awesome.
But what is it, geeky or nerdy?
It's
Because
it depends on
Warhammer 40k isn't nerdy because it's gory and violent and dark, so I'd say it's more geeky, but Warhammer
There's
Fantasy...
only Dungeons and Dragons if you
I
want.
guess that's true, but even then...
How about no,
Oh my god, it touched it.
Let's say it's sneaky. It's sneaky. Or it's nerky.
Nerdy?
It's nerdy. It's nerdy and geeky, because Warhammer Fantasy you can get really geeky about, especially considering you can do like whoa!
You almost had it, dude.
Especially considering with Warhammer you can do like the whole role-playing thing. You can do it in Warhammer 40k with the whole Rogue Trader series, but Warhammer 40k is just way too violent and gory, and it's just set in such a sadistic and dark universe. I think it's more.
Just throw something at it.
It's
Get up
dirty.
top and just freaking throw
Okay.
something.
So yeah, that in my opinion, I'd say it's nerky. Quote us whenever you say the word nerky. Quote us, cause we'll put that on a T-shirt.
You know what I want my t-shirt to be?
What?
I might not. No, actually, it's too.
Do you want to do the thing where you put the smiley face on it? That's sort of your signature.
Okay, I'm gonna pen it.
When it comes to drawing you, your signature is having like a smiley face on a sweatshirt.
I know. I've always liked that. In all my comics that I've been writing, that's what I told you. I'm like, I want a derpy face when you draw me. Because in all the comics I've been drawing, that's what my character is.
And then my signature thing is wearing my, well yeah, having the skull t-shirt and wearing a leather jacket because I love my leather jacket.
I love leather.
No. And plus the sad thing is, I'm not quite sure if it's leather or if it's pleather. Because leather will dry out if you don't take care of it, and pleather is sort of plastic.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. My leather jacket is like a weird in between, I think, because it got dry at one point and started cracking, but then like the next day I didn't do anything to it and it became really nice and glossy and stuff like that again. So it might be, what's pleather plus leather? It's pleather.
I don't.
Pleather. It's pleather.
Key leather.
Pleather.
Paluther.
Pleather.
Lollapalooza. Alright, hold on.
That's the thing. I don't know what is a Lollapalooza.
You don't know Lollapalooza is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I've heard the word, but I don't.
Maybe because I've listened to a lot of music recently, but it's like what they have in Chicago and other places. They just get a whole bunch of bands.
That's a Lollapalooza?
Yeah,
So it's sort of like a
concert.
shindig.
It's a big concert.
Like a shindig. Or a,
Yeah, hold on. So
what's the Texan word for like a shindig? Hootenanny?
Hunt.
A hootenanny?
Hunting.
No.
Hunting is a shit.
No, you're talking about that's Colorado, my friend. I've been to Colorado. But no, I think that's like a, it's not a hootenanny. A hootenanny is a southern word for something, like a thing. It's like
really a thing. I think we do that one thing, and then that one thing happens.
It's like a hootenanny. It's the worst part too, because I have members of my dad's side of the family who speak it. They use the word hootenanny and barman and stuff like that.
You know,
we're from Champaign, okay? We're not from the South. We're from Champaign.
You know that
Illinois.
you know Gamerpeanuts, Mr. Have you ever heard him when he's angry? Like really angry?
Who?
Mr. Rose. He actually
He's from Kentucky, yeah.
Hold on. When he gets really angry,
I got family in
he's
Kentucky.
Like, he yells at me and he's like, "Y'all don't know what you're saying," and I'm like, "You're talking like a southerner."
Because I am so. No, I got family in Kentucky. They speak.
Okay,
actually
hold on. Everybody, hear me out. I didn't know what sweet tea was. Like, I only thought of iced tea. And so, like, when I went
What kind of person
when
are
I was
you?
when we drove to Florida, we had to pass by some, like, really southern states. So I'm like, I'd please like to have some iced tea. Because in Chicago, when you say iced tea, everyone's like, okay, iced tea. You know, the tea with that ice and sugar in it. And it's yummy and delicious. So then I went over there, I'm like, I like some iced tea.
The only thing
please.
more delicious than that is half and half.
Yes. So then I'm like, I'd like some iced tea, please. And they're like, yeah, sure, you can have it. I take a big gulp of it, and I'm like, whoa, there's no sugar in here. It's disgusting. And they're like, oh, you meant like sweet tea. And I'm like, what?
I'm from the north. I'm sorry.
I was like, what are you talking about?
That's like going to Germany.
I don't want sweet tea. I want iced tea. He's like, sweet tea is basically iced tea with sugar in it. I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. I'll just add my own sugar. I ended up putting sweet and low in it, so it tasted nasty. But... And then
So now you know.
Matt yells at me all the time. I'm like, yeah, I like some iced tea. He looks at me. He's like, it's sweet tea. And I'm like, no.
Oh my god, am I getting a call?
Yes, you are. And I'll play for a bit, and then we'll end it soon.
Hello?
So, my name's Ikeos.
I'm sorry.
Here. Oh boy, I know who you're calling. Are you calling somebody special? Yes, you are. You're smiling.
Wait, what?
Damn, get in! Fire! Excuse me? Gamerpeanut is talking to his girlfriend, so you know. Get in there!
Well, I'll text you soon. But we got a few other videos of it.
Get in there! God damn it.
Okay, I'll text you soon. Alright? Alright.
So who's that?
You know full well, Andy.
Why is this crate so big?
It's a little somebody's complicated.
Yeah.
But in any case, it's almost like when you go to Germany. Me and my dad have had issues with this, where like we're trying to talk to German people, and we'll try saying things, but we don't know what their word is for it. So my dad was trying to ask for like to buy a paperweight.
God dang it! Get in there, go on.
My dad was trying to buy a paperweight for my mom from Germany as like a souvenir, but he didn't know what the word was for it, so he combined the words globe and glass and train wrecked them together, and the woman looked at him and cocked her eyebrow, and then she goes, "You're American, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
It's funny though, because my dad looks like a German. He looks like a German, so a lot of people got really confused and thought he was German. On his flight, too. He was on the German Airlines.
Oh, did I get it in?
You got in?
Where'd it
Oh, wait,
go?
no.
Oh, god dang it.
But in any case, my dad was like on an airline, and the stewardess comes over to him and starts talking to him in German, and he's confused because he assumes that she knows he's American. So she starts speaking German to him, and he knows what she's saying, so he tries speaking his best back. And she seriously thought he was German on the whole plane ride back, and then she went up to her and said, "By the way, I'm American." She's like, "Oh."
Whoa, mind blown. You know one thing that annoys me about Japanese people sometimes?
What?
When they use American words in their animes. No! Okay, hold on. So they're like, it'll be a song, it'll be like Ching Chong Wong Pong Ching Chong
Crying
Chong
tears.
Crying tears Ching Chong Paper Ching Chong I love you, and I'm like, yeah, I know you have words for those. Why do you have to use our words? I mean, it's fine. You guys like American culture sometimes, but god dang it, use your own words.
Good example of that. Rip Slime, the song, Super Shooter. They speak English so much.
Alright, I'm just gonna do this the hard way.
Okay, but also another example, they don't just do that with the English language. They'll do that with the German language too.
Yeah.
I believe Japan is the only country you can have dual citizenship is with Germany.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because Japanese don't like having citizens that are Japanese.
Man, does Japanese have like a fetish for like Germans
I
sometimes?
think they do, because so many of their animes are based on the Germans or something.
Okay, so we're gonna end this with probably the greatest anime ever. Ready? Shikeki no Queen! Why won't this get inside the fire?
Next on Gamerpeanuts.
I die for the king!